Thank you everyone for being here. I'm very happy and honored to be here and to share with you the research that I've been doing for 4 years now. And my intervention today is to talk about violence against women in Brazil, and more specifically about domestic violence. And then legal intervention to address this problem in the Brazilian legal structure, and how Black women are responding and criticizing this legal framework using a feminist and a prison abolition approach. So, in 1984, there was this Maria da Penha Fernandes case. Maria da Penha was a white middle-class woman. She became paraplegic after being brutally assaulted by her ex-husband. And she went to the police station, and there was a criminal procedure against the husband, but the judiciary was put a lot of barriers to this case. And after 15 years, the process was still going on without any answer. So the NGOs, a lot of NGOs and feminist movement in Brazil, they really mobilized themselves to bring this case to the international sphere and to international court. So they brought this case to the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights. Brazil was convicted, and after 5 years, as a response to this conviction, Brazil enacted its first anti-domestic violence law. And even though it's not a criminal law, it really changes a lot of the criminal structure and the criminal procedure in Brazil. For example, there's the possibility of pre-trial detention for perpetrators. The maximum detention time was increased, now it's up to 3 years. And the most problematic one is the automatic criminalization regardless the victim's wishes. So this is an idea that if there are enough proofs, enough materiality, the prosecutor can make a criminal case, a domestic violence case against the perpetrator, even though the victim doesn't want to, for whatever reason. Maybe she got back together with the aggressor, maybe she doesn't want to testify. So this is very problematic and brings a lot of problems for women in Brazil. So from both feminists and prison abolition framework, Black women are looking to this system, and they basically put 2 questions. Is criminal law an adequate instrument to protect all of women from violence? And is this framework of criminalization protecting all of us? And the answer is no. And the answer is no, because we have data that shows that after the implementation of the Maria da Penha law, we have very different outcomes if you racialize the discussion. So the femicide rate for Black women increased 54%, and for white women, it decreased almost 10%. So that's the problem here. We cannot look at this law and say that it's not effective. It is effective for someone while it marginalizes other bodies. And my main argument when I read this law is that this outcome is related to the use of the criminal law and the criminal procedure to protect, to fight against domestic violence. This is because we all know that the criminal system is a system of control. So there is a contradiction in using a framework that violates human rights to advance human rights. So Black women are questioning, the criminal system really marginalizes us. So how can we be protected for the same tool that marginalizes us? And that's why you have this very different outcome. And especially in the scenario of mass incarceration in Brazil, this using criminal law is a danger move to protect a woman from violence. Thank you.